Well, bike's gone. As of yesterday, it showed up and it's gone. I don't know what happened. No tracks, no nothing. Nobody even sent word. Oh well. That's all the mic's going to pick up today is that blower. So I'm looking at new laptops. And first of all, let me get something off my chest. I'm a Linux user. And it very much upsets me that you can't find a large box retailer who will sell you a laptop without Windows installed on it. I don't need Windows. I use Linux. The last couple of laptops I had were used laptops, so I didn't mind just blowing away the old copy of Windows. It was pretty much useless anyway. And installing Linux and just going on about my day. But now I'm going to get stuck with Windows 8 and an operating system that I don't plan on using very much and that I don't want to keep updated and that I don't want to set up for protection. Plus, I don't really want to get one right now anyway because sometime around fall they're going to come out with a new version of Windows 8 that actually has a start menu again that you can get to a real desktop pretty easily because companies are so sick of having to retrain their people in Windows 8. So I'd really like to get that if I'm going to get any version of Windows. From what I understand, you can still order laptops with Windows XP on them. They don't even support Windows XP anymore. Microsoft doesn't even support Windows XP anymore. They're coming out and saying that, that's a well over 10-year-old operating system. And who knew that Windows XP would be the one that people would want to keep? Windows 2000 came out and had that simple Windows 95 interface, and then Windows XP came out and it was just an update to that interface. And it seems to me that is the interface a lot of people like using. And not just because that's the one they learned on, but because it was a simple, just menu-driven, top-down hierarchy where you start at the start menu and you work your way to the thing you want sort of interface, and people love that. They like things to just be in front of them. So if I go to Lenovo and I look at a laptop, I like Lenovo laptops. They're pretty tough. They're the old IBM designs basically, and they have a nice long life on the batteries. If you get the big ones with the big batteries, they'll last forever on the battery. They're all around decent laptops if you get the tank models, but they want money for them. And my problem is I can go to Dell.com and I can get basically the same laptop, the same numbers, about $300 less, from about $900 down to about $500 in some cases, $600 in others, on a Dell laptop. And that's not good enough for me. I can't justify that. I'll be honest with you, through my work, I get a discount through Lenovo, but it's not enough. I mean, even with a discount, I can still beat the price with a Dell laptop, and that's just ridiculous to me. They want too much money. I don't care how good their laptops are, how tough they are. They're not worth that kind of money. So when I go look at Dell laptops and I start pricing it, a couple of new features showed up, at least one. Touch screens. Some of their laptops have touch screens now. It looks to be about a $100 upgrade to get a touch screen, which sounds cool. And I use Ubuntu, and Ubuntu is supposed to support those. But who knows if it supports Dell's touch screen. I'm thinking this next iteration around, I'll probably skip the whole touch screen experience this time. Maybe I'll save that for later days. I don't know. I mean, I suppose I'm stuck. I'm going to have to go to a touchscreen at some point. Now, I'm legally blind, and it's one of the things that's actually very difficult for me to do is find my mouse pointer on the screen all the time. Because number one, I have to be this close to really read things. So the mouse pointer might be over here somewhere, but and I have to go track it down. But I do my best. And with a touch screen, it kind of fixes that problem. One thing a touchscreen doesn't really fix is the fact that my finger is about 1 acre of space on some screens. They've gotten it down a lot better than it used to be. Man, I've tried using touchscreens back in the day, and they were pretty darn ridiculous. And I really don't want to use a stylus on a laptop. I just don't want to. So save myself that $100 this time around. And I'm going to be forced to buy Microsoft Windows on the laptop and I guess just keep the partition around. And since I have to have Microsoft Windows, I got to figure out how to keep it protected. So I've got to find some program that'll protect me from all the malware and all the viruses and all this kind of crap. And they're not just free anymore. Like there used to be some free ones, and they're not really free anymore. I mean, you've got to deal with multiple packages to get the free ones. And God, it's just, what happened? When did this become this difficult? I just want a laptop. I just want something that'll render videos. I want something that'll surf the pages I want to surf, play the things I want to play. Something not too massive that I can haul around. I want 16 by 9, a 1600 by 900 or better display for like a 15-inch-ish. You know, I'm not a picky guy. I'd like to get an SSD, but I hear that you're not supposed to use SSD with encryption. I insist on using encryption these days. So, and that's another thing Windows doesn't really do. Windows doesn't seem to support encryption with a damn. At least not out of the box. I mean, you got to go find a third-party program, which again, not free. I mean, the ones that I've heard work are like $100. I don't have $100. Linux out of the box, encryption. Anyway, so maybe before the end of the year I'll end up with a laptop, but it's gonna agonize me to sit down and choose what I want. Find something that'll be a decent deal. Anybody out there knows where I can buy a new Linux laptop for not crazy price? I want to pay a fair price for hardware and not pay the Windows premium, because I'm not going to use Windows on it. Let me know. Put something in the comments, please.